Superman puts his boots on by floating above them and daintily lowering himself while local forest animals hold his cape off the ground and they all sing a song together.
Yes, there we go.
Okay.
Holy shit! I thought Nina Infinity's channel would be bigger.
There you go. This is, to me, a pretty like there's a lot of potential in this image. That's what I see. Is I want to see what it looks like when he's not kind of leaning scrunched over and stuff like that. Because you got some people like zeroing in on the how like it bunches up here and going, oh, it doesn't even fit him well. It's like, well, they clearly have made a decision here to not have him wearing skin tights, and that's a choice, and we'll see how it goes in the movie. No
subscribe to me. Oh, Dane, take my hand. I will lead you to salvation.
Of course, everybody wants to make their judgments ahead of time. From Grant Morrison. This is not, I don't believe it's written. No, it's not written about this image, but it relates to it. This is something that Grant Morrison, who is, one of the best Superman writers ever.
Yeah, he did All-Star Superman, didn't he?
Yeah. Yes.
That's good.
Grant Morrison, a Superman cosplayer at Comic-Con, was perched with one knee drawn up, chin resting on his arms. He looked totally relaxed, and I suddenly realized this was how Superman would sit. He wouldn't puff out his chest or posture heroically. He would be totally chilled. If nothing can hurt you, you can afford to be cool. A man like Superman would never have to be tense against the cold, never have to flinch in the face of a blow. He would be completely laid back, untense. With this image of Superman relaxing on a cloud, looking out for us all in my head, I rushed back to my hotel room and filled dozens of pages of my notebook with notes and drawings. And I kind of feel like that might be describing when he started writing All-Star Superman. I might be wrong.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is a very good take. Let's go to the other end of the spectrum now.
Ooh.
Nina Infinity. I figured out why the new Superman image seems off, because it's an effeminate pose. It's not a good pose for a man that's supposed to be the strongest man in the universe. And then this is comparison to this one.
What the fuck? He's putting on shoes, and that's the same as having legs out. And
well, there's more to it. Okay, don't count her out just yet. She's got more.
I'm sorry. This is actually a very thoughtful and smart take.
This person said the point is that Superman is essentially a demigod. You do not see a demigod putting on clothes because it lowers him to our level. Clark Kent is human. He can be meek or stumbling, and it's completely fine. Superman is a symbol of ultimate heroic ideal and power. Exactly. 100.
Yeah.
This guy,
I'm
presumably a fan of hers. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, like, it kind of depends on the writer, but most writers kind of like to put the Clark identity before the Superman identity, kind of like that's just who he is, who he grew up as.
Yeah, and I actually have a take that I responded in the Discord, and I'll basically try and do a better version of that. But so this guy says, I've been putting on my shoes just like that since I first started using shoes. Everybody I know puts shoes on just like that. I don't understand why this is feminine. It's a feminine pose for a picture of a superhero that's supposed to be the strongest man in the universe. You put on your shoes as a man every day. You're not Superman. I think if you were, you wouldn't be sitting down putting on shoes. You know why most people sit down to put on shoes, especially boots? Because they need the strength to pull them up and not lose balance as they do it. Do you think that would be an issue for Superman?
Okay, so she's actually making that image sound more based to me because, number one, it's making Superman just do something that everybody has to do. Number two,
because you understand Superman. That's why it sounds funny.
And then number two, I would also say the reason I sit down is also because I can't fucking reach my shoes down there.
Well, let me actually go now to what Bob of the Old Ways had a pretty good response to that. He said, Superman puts his boots on by floating above them and daintily lowering himself while local forest animals hold his cape off the ground and they all sing a song together.
Yes, there we go.
Because I mean that's what she's
So
it's
manly.
implying is that he just he lifts, raises up, he lifts, and he just kind of lowers into the boots basically.
And
You don't-
while they're holding up the cape for him, they sing a song together like real
Yeah.
men do.
It gets worse. Okay. Are you saying men are feminine for putting boots on? I mean, it shows that even Superman puts his shoes on one boot at a time. This guy, he's trying to make some sense here, and Nina's not having it.
Yeah.
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying the pose angle of the pic is feminine. Also, Superman wouldn't put his shoes on one at a time. A regular man would. Superman would not need to sit down and put on his shoes. That's what I think Bob was specifically responding to. Assuming he's Superman, why would he need to sit to do that? He doesn't need the strength to pull them up or the balance not to fall down. Okay. These people, every goddamn opportunity they get, show us that they don't care about this media and that they haven't really thought about it prior to the moment that they go, oh, I need to do a grip on it. Because
I mean, the only argument I would think of, clear cut, would be number one, is he supposed to put them both on at the same time? But also, he might actually do it really fast. In fact, I would assume he would.
I mean, if you look at that image, I'm hoping that he is doing it fast because, as Bob pointed, Old Ways Bob pointed out, there's a whole event happening in the background.
Yeah, it seems like he
should not be taking his time to put his shoes on. So, but no, my thing is this: Superman doesn't need to put his shoes on that way. She's actually right. She's right. Okay. He also doesn't need to work a job. He doesn't need to drive in cars. He doesn't need to be polite to people. He doesn't need to ask for things. He doesn't need to pay for things. He doesn't need to do almost anything that
he doesn't need to be Clark Kent.
He does it because he chooses to be human in every instance that doesn't require his power.
Yeah,
and that's who he is. That's who Superman is. And you fucking reveal yourself as not even understanding that with this whole post. He doesn't. That the super does not, and there's that one guy talking about he's the ideal of power. No, super does not have anything to do with his powers. Super is his morals. It's it's the inspiration that he provides to humanity. It is that he chooses to put his boots on one boot at a time when he doesn't have to.
Exactly.
And then I also said, I'm not even really a big Superman fan, And it's I know that shit. I got a lot of respect for him, as I got a video about him on my channel, and a lot of respect. He was the OG. But he isn't Spidey, he isn't Bub, and he isn't Glob Herman. Okay.
No, he's not one of my favorites. That being said, I did dive into House of Brainiac stuff recently, and honestly, it's a decent run. Yeah, it's not bad.
So I read. I read before that the stuff where he just gotten back from World and brought World with him, and he's got these two kids now. These two little alien kids. Does he still have those where you're reading?
Not that I've encountered yet. No.
Well, yeah. No, it's really, really good. I think it's Joshua Williamson, writing it. But
yeah, I think that's who's writing it right now. So
DC has got some good shit going on right now.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
Everything I've seen from them lately has been it's good to see them getting their shit together and not just relying on Batman completely. Because they were doing that for a little while.
I mean, their Wonder Woman run right now is really good. Their Alan Scott Green Lantern run is really fucking good. They got good stuff going on.
He is going around the docks trolling for gay hookers, though, right?
That's true. They did make him gay. Oh my god.
But no, I'm actually John Delarose said in his that article that he's literally going around the docks trolling for gay hookers. Alan Scott is. Is that true, Bob? I feel like
I have not read the entire run. I don't think so though. I think he might just be making stuff up. But I haven't read the whole thing, so I might be wrong. But
I don't know, man. I don't know if John Delarose would do that.
No, yeah, he would never lie. I don't know. It's a really interesting story. It deals a lot with Alan Scott being gay in that time period specifically. It deals a lot with the fact that he hates himself essentially in
Oh,
that
God.
aspect of it. It's, you know, and he's going through shit. Like, it's really an interesting story.
I mean, you know, maybe, yeah, John De La Rose probably just hasn't read that part because, like, yeah, he definitely wouldn't lie, just like he wouldn't do domestic abuse.
Yeah, he wouldn't do that.
Hope you enjoyed this clip from the Shillcast. Right now, you're seeing them on my channel, Actual Fandom, but soon you're gonna be able to find them on the SHILL CLIPS channel. That's what that represents back there. Yeah, we're about to hit 2,000 subscribers over there, so please head over there and push us over that line. And thanks. Do you have anything you want to say?
Fucking pronoun